Hi everyone, I'm Lada from Astrolada.com with your weekly horoscope update and forecast for the week of the 22nd to the 29th of August, and we have three major events happening this week. I'm gonna walk you through all of them, and I'm gonna give you a specific prediction for all of the signs. Hopefully about 20 minutes will be enough for us. So the first thing is that this week the sun is moving from the tropical sign of Leo into the tropical sign of Virgo. So the energy, and we already have Venus, Mercury and Jupiter in Virgo. So the energy is becoming even more earthy, even more grounded, even more practical. The passions of Leo will tone down, and basically from the energetic, fiery passions of people, they'll start from the middle of this week to tone down a bit into more practical, into more rational, into more cautious approach, which is the earthy approach of Virgo. But it's not like people will not be stubborn in any way, because Virgo is not a fixed earth energy. It is practical, it's reasonable, it deliberates, it researches, it investigates everything, and puts apart whatever information it receives, but it is willing to make adaptations and to change. So almost to the middle of basically of September, this energy will persevere, this kind of Virgo energy. The sun will be there for almost like, I don't know, say like 3 weeks from now. With Mercury staying there, the Sun, Jupiter still staying there till the middle of September. So there is a lot of focus on practical, realistic matters. Back to work energy is coming in, because Virgo is the sign of working, of responsibilities, duties, everyday duties and daily routines. So we start paying more attention to detail overall, which already some of us started because we have 3 planets in Virgo, as I said, but it continues even more so from the middle of this week. And work that requires painstaking attention to detail, work that requires repetition or imperfecting of skills of any way, which is Virgo energy, will be very much supported over the next 3 weeks. But again, as I said, practical things come to the forefront of people. People start thinking, people are not so easily fooled, so to speak. They kind of investigate everything with the benefit of the doubt, with the rational, practical mind, which is the qualities of Virgo. And chooses the best options according to facts and according to analysis and according to tried and tested formulas. But there is always space for looking for alternatives, because Virgo is a mutable sign, changeable. So there is, tangible things will be manifesting more over the next few weeks. It's already started, but this week you'll feel it as well. Tangible, material things, but also you have to be willing to adjust. You have to be willing to be open to different alternatives, which is the energy of Virgo as well. Okay, another important thing, and I always advise people the 2-3 days when the sun is changing from one sign to another. So basically, in the middle of this week, don't start totally new energies or projects, because this is when the energy is unstable. There is a shift from one sign to another. If you want something to be very long-lasting, don't start it while the sun is changing signs, because of the instability of energy. The other 2 big events is that this week is the big conjunction, especially the first 4 or 5 days of the week, starting from Sunday already, but many people are feeling it already, is the Saturn-Mars conjunction, which happens once every 2.5 years. It's intense. Actually, who will feel it the most very strongly? Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgos and Pisces, especially those born the last few days of the month and the first few days of the next month. So Pisces, the last few days of March, the first few days of April; Gemini, the last few days of Taurus, the first few days of the last few days of May, the first few days of June; Virgo, the last few days of August, the first few days of September; and Sagittarius, the last few days of November, the first few days of December. Will feel it very intensely. They might feel more stressed, there might be certain pressures in their life, the need to work extra hard on something, the need to solve some problem of a more complicated nature, more stresses, more maybe delays or frustrations, likely more inclination for accidents of some sorts as well. So they have to be careful, those people born around those days. Or if you happen to have Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, or Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, from around the 7th to around the 13th degree of those signs, you have to be careful as well, because this is directly affecting you and stressing you a bit more. But everyone will feel it. Also, all people that have Ascendant, Sun, or Moon in Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, or Aquarius, because Saturn rules Capricorn and Aquarius, while Mars rules Aries and Scorpio, and those two planets are enemies, and they're joining together this week. So people of those signs, the Aries ruled signs and the Saturn ruled signs, can find themselves a bit more frustrated, a bit more under pressure, required to do some extra hard work, for example. And you can be Sun, Moon, or Ascendant in those signs. For example, I'm ruled by Saturn, my Ascendant, and my Sun is ruled by Mars. So those people that are ruled by Mars, they'll find themselves in a situation where Saturn is putting pressure on them, because Saturn is conjunct with their Lord Mars, which means demanding that this week they're more disciplined, that they're more, they put more structure, more organization. There might be some more self-criticism, or the need to work harder, or the need to pace themselves and be more patient, which usually, you know, Mars-ruled people like Aries and Scorpio, where the Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, feel a bit impatient about to have those limitations. But also Saturn can correct certain mistakes that you've made, but makes you feel more frustrated as well. And people ruled by Saturn, which are Aquarius or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, might find themselves more energized by Mars, more needing more, having extra physical energy, but at the same time getting more easily angry, getting more easily irritated. But also they might be required this week and the next 10 days to do some feat of extra push, of extra feat that requires extra energy, extra drive and ambition. The ambition can increase as well, but so does the frustration and the proclivity for some accidents, small accident, or some frustrations as well. So, you know, those signs will strongly feel the Saturn-Mars conjunction, but everyone will feel it, especially also for the next 2.5 years as well. You know, not only this week, something maybe can happen that shows you, but the next time this conjunction happens will be in 2.5 years, and it shows where you have to work very hard for the next 2.5 years, where you have to, not constantly, but there will be periods over the next 2.5 years until those planets join together in another place, where you have to put extra efforts and where you have to resolve certain more complicated situations. So for Aries, this will be the 9th house, something to do with foreign places, with arranging documents, something to do with higher education, with pre-qualification, with getting new qualifications of some sort, and something to do with paternal figures, with parental figures, with professors or foreigners or people that are far away from them, something to do with travels in foreign countries and their belief systems that they have to work hard on. Tauruses, for them it will be in their 8th house, and not only this week they'll feel this, but for the next 2.5 years until the next Saturn-Mars conjunction, which means Tauruses will have to put more extra efforts and be more cautious and personally solve problems and put more work into 8th house matters, which is solving mutual resources, taxes, money that comes to you through others, whether it's government, banks, loans, or your partner, business partners, or your clients in some way, and also solving issues of intimacy of any sort, or resources, finances. For Gemini, it's in the 7th house, sorting out for 2.5 years. It doesn't mean it's going to be non-stop. Maybe you'll feel it now as well, Gemini, but it's kind of, this area for relationship will be a focus for the next 2.5 years till this conjunction comes in another area of your life. So kind of, you know, removing unnecessary things from your love life, from your relationships, from your business partnerships, from your personal one-to-one relationships with others, sorting out with personal efforts certain complications there. For Cancer, it falls in your 6th house, more personal efforts, hard work in regards to health, in regards to work, in regards to routines, in regards to diet, in regards to workout, exercise, and debts possibly. For Leo, it's going to be more efforts that they have to put this week and for the next 2.5 years, intermittently, something to do more with their love life, with their romantic nature, how they do relationships that they have to work consciously and hard on, something to do with their children as well, something to do with their creative projects or business projects if they have such, or their lovers, as I said. This is the 5th house. For Virgo, that would mean that this week, and especially for the next 2.5 years, they will have to deal more with issues in regards to their home and family, property, place of living, relocation, family members, maybe more duties and responsibilities, more sorting out issues. For Libra, this will be in regards to travels of any sort, siblings, neighbors, co-mates, co-workers, basically people you in your everyday life that are not your love partners or that are not your committed partnerships, but everyone in your everyday life, basically, whether it's teammates, playmates, and that you have to put hard effort on learning something new over the next 2.5 years, and that you have to, and that maybe some documents that you have to be working on, or communication or information of some sort that you have to be learning hard or putting extra effort on. For Scorpio, it's your finances that for 2.5 years you have to put extra hard, kind of solving some problems, and with personal energy and personal impact, and maybe this week will also be felt. But this influence lingers till the next Saturn-Mars return conjunction, that you have to be kind of more cautious and more work hard in regards to such financial, material possessions, anything of tangible nature. For Sagittarius is overall for their health, direction, path in life, self-improvement, self-discipline, self-motivation, everything, how they see their future, you know, the overall direction of their life. And the first house is your physical body, it's yourself, your destiny, how you see that self. They have to basically put more extra effort into improving themselves, so to speak, and their vision of the future. And for Capricorn, it's in their 12th house, certain expenses they'll have to be dealing this week, but possibly for the next 2.5 years. Also working on releasing subconscious fears, working on psychological healing of some sort, which is the 12th house, and working on even possibly some matters with foreign countries, relocations in foreign countries as well, and learning how to relax, which might be a bit hard. And for Aquarius, this has been the 11th house this week, and the next couple of weeks, in the next 2.5 years, they might be sorting out problems in regards to gains. They might have to be working hard in regards to gains, and in regards to long-term goals, personally putting more efforts and solving some problems. And in regards to friendships, their friendship and their social circle will have to require extra push and extra hard work. And in regards to Pisces, it's your career. That Saturn-Mars is triggering that you have to put extra attention and focus on harder work for the next couple and a half years. And usually check your ascendant and your sun sign. These are the most important. And the end of the week, Venus is joining with Jupiter, which is the opposite of Saturn conjunct Mars. Saturn conjunct Mars is like this negative, difficult energy. Well, not necessarily negative, but requires harder efforts, of course. The rewards can be bigger and better after you do something hard, but it's just a bit more stressful. While Venus, Jupiter, the two benefics joining together, it can just allow things to flow in certain areas of your life. People that are Taurus or Libra ruled, where the Sun, Moon or Ascendant, can feel things improving towards the end of the week and the beginning of the next week after that, because Jupiter is with their planet Venus, so it can bring some opportunities for expanse, for growth, better mood, more joyfulness, opportunities for growth, or even increase of some sort, and everyone overall will start feeling a bit better towards the end of the week because of the Venus-Jupiter beneficial conjunction. But it can also expand the Venus, which means people would be like, after the more hard energy of Saturn-Mars, people would be more in the mood to indulge in Venusian things, because Jupiter expands whatever it touches, and Venus is physical pleasures, enjoyments of food, sensual pleasures, dating, fun. So people can go a bit more crazy over the weekend, and it's a great time to organize parties. The end of the week, basically, Venus-Jupiter conjunction, some of the best parties happen, and tends to expand the importance of love, tends to expand the opportunities for love as well, the opportunities to connect to others, which is Venus as well. While Jupiter ruled people like Sagittarians and Pisceans, Sun, Moon or Ascendant, towards the end of the week, the beginning of next one, can attract more lovable, sensual, pleasurable experiences which are connected to Venus. Some healing Venus can create pleasant experiences with women, or romantic experiences of any sort. But everyone will definitely feel it a little bit, will be uplifted in some way. For example, the fire sign Aries, Sagittarius and Leo will feel this in regards to this positive conjunction can improve something in regards to their material, financial, career life. For air signs, which are Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, this will happen in their water signs, the conjunction of Venus and Jupiter, which means something of emotional nature, something that makes them happy on a personal, emotional level. on a spiritual, psychological, deep level that feels satisfactory to them. Their feelings are being uplifted with this good conjunction. And the earth signs, which are Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, are generally being uplifted in regards to their overall life, in regards to inspiration, in regards to goals and plans that they have, personal goals and plans, anything that makes them happy as well, and joyful or inspired and move forward as well. And the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces, they receive this through this positive Jupiter-Venus influence through other people, whether through friends, whether through colleagues, whether through partners, love, relationships, or people that you meet in everyday life. So this is how generally people will be influenced this week. Thank you so much for being with me, and don't forget that on the 1st of September I'm making a webinar which is only $20, which is about retrograde planets in the birth chart. I want to demystify those retrograde planets. Many people call me and they say, oh, I have 3 retrograde planets, does it mean I'll never be successful? My Venus is retrograde, does it mean I'll always have unhappy love? No. Retrograde planets are very special. People with retrograde planet have a special mission. It's kind of karmic. We're going to talk about all the aspects, and they can be much more masterful at whatever the retrograde planet is. So if you want to know exactly what retrograde planet means in your birth horoscope, subscribe to that. I'm going to speak about each possible position and planet. So thank you so much. I'm putting a link for the subscription for the 1st of September webinar on retrograde planets in the birth horoscope. This is when Mercury will be also retrograde, so perfect time to talk about that. Thank you.